issues. He does. And if you're a fan of Batman and you're a grown adult and you've come to realize as you watched him as a child, you grew up and you realized he really has a lot of mental health issues. Think about it. He witnessed the death of his parents at a very young age. And he witnessed this right in front of his own eyes. His parents were obliterated right in front of his own eyes. And the unprocessed trauma that he had to go through, what did he do with that unprocessed trauma? Think about it. He got into a bat suit and decided, I'm going to be a crime fighter and I'm going to go out at night and I'm going to beat the living shit out of all these villains. That's what he decided to do. Now, that may be the answer in our minds when our parents are brutally taken from us. When you think about it from a logical point of view, you realize he never got therapy. Bruce Wayne, Batman, whatever you want to call it, he never got therapy. He never got the help that he needed. And as a grown adult now, I think about it and I try to relate mental health to all the shows I used to watch as a kid. And I think about it and I ask myself, if his parents died, right? His parents were murdered. He only had Alfred. I never used to question this part. Where was the rest of his family? You mean to tell me he didn't have any aunties, any uncles? Nobody. He had nobody around but Alfred. Now, when I think about that, I think about, first of all, he's his butler. And you mean to tell me your butler is tucking you in at night? He's making sure you eat dinner? Like, I know Bruce Wayne has a lot of money. I know this. What's going on, Regina? How you doing? I'm talking about Batman and mental health. I'm trying to relate part of my childhood with the reality of what we go through now. And I was saying, Batman, amongst a plethora of other superheroes, have a lot of mental health challenges. Because I'm saying he went through so much trauma as a youth. He saw the death of his parents. And the unprocessed way that he decided to go throughout life was putting on a bat suit and going out at nighttime and saying, I'm going to stop these criminals. What's going on, Ray Ray? How you doing? I'm going to put on a bat suit and I'm going to stop these criminals. Now, I'm going to risk my life. I'm going to risk my life to go throughout the city and take care of these criminals. And as a child, we used to love these shows. We used to love Batman. We used to love Superman. I am a big Batman fan. Let me just let you guys know that. Very big Batman fan. So if you think about it, heroes like Superman, Spider-Man, all of these guys, they had a lot of mental health issues. A lot of mental health issues. Superman came from another planet. He saw Earth as his true planet, even though he was from Krypton. He found out Krypton was destroyed, and he decided, I'm going to put on a Superman suit and I'm going to save the world. That was his idea. I'm going to save the world. But when you really think about it, just like Batman, Superman needed mental health. He needed mental health therapy as well. Regina, you're saying Superman is my favorite, but Batman is cool. I agree. I really agree. So what I'm saying is other superheroes like Spider-Man, for example, he witnessed his Uncle Ben, getting murdered. And the last words he said to his uncle were horrible. It was on some grown man stuff. Like he just said some stuff like, I remember in the movies I used to watch it, and he said something along the lines of, "I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to talk to me like this right now. This is what I'm gonna do." And then what ended up happening? His uncle got murdered. That's what ended up happening. So when you really realize about these superheroes, a lot of them needed mental health, but they really understood that I'm gonna do some more good in the world. But they didn't realize they really needed the help. Batman was one of these heroes that he really did not process that he had mental health issues. He just brooded in the cave. He sat down in his back cave and said, "You know what? Let me find out where these villains are. Let me find out where the Joker is. Let me find out how to put away these villains. How am I going to get to a point in life where I can stop crime?" And that was his frame of thought. How am I going to stop crime? Am I going to put away the Joker for good? Or is he going to break out of Gotham, Arkham Asylum again? Because these villains, they always seem to get out of Arkham Asylum. If you're a fan of superheroes, that should have been a thought on your head as a kid. Like, how do they manage to always break out of Arkham Asylum? How are they doing this? I just don't understand it. And these shows, I used to watch these shows faithfully. Batman was one of my favorite shows. Batman, the animated series. Kevin Conroy. I used to love it. So let me read these comments. Well, let me first explain. Okay. Yeah, we got some trolls in the comment I see, but this is what's expected. Let me see what else is doing these comments. Superman's a political comment. Superman's my favorite. That's cool. All right, so let's keep it going. Let's see what other superhero do you think needed mental health therapy? Can you guys think of any other superhero? I named Batman. I named Superman. I named Spider-Man. Who else do you guys think needed some therapy? And one thing I could say while you guys are thinking about that, one thing I could say about Batman is it got to a point with Batman that he fought crime for so many years that he just realized at a certain point that he's getting older, and he realized he really couldn't stop crime. Like, he stopped it temporarily, but it got to a point as he got older, he realized, what good is he really doing? He just got to that point. All right, Jim said Hulk, some anger management. Oh, that's a good one. Hulk, that is a good one. Yep. Thor's little brother. That's a good one too. Hawk. Oh, I am the beef, says Hawkeye. Why do you think Hawkeye? Well, I don't really know his story. What's Hawkeye's story? And think about some of Batman's villains. I said to myself with the villains, I was like, they have more of a reasoning behind their villain ways than some of Batman's heroics. Like the Joker, I could understand. Like, yeah, he wanted to mess around with the world, but he really was psychotic. The Joker really was psychotic, and I felt like I understood why he was doing more things than the things that he done compared to the things that Batman has done. And the question I asked with Batman, I asked myself, who is the real person? Is it Bruce Wayne or is it Batman? Who is the person that is the real actual person? And who was the mask? So was the mask Bruce Wayne or was the mask Batman? And that's something that I started to ask myself as I watched it, because I couldn't tell who was the real person. Was he the real person as Batman, because he decided, I'm going to take over whatever I can control. I'm going to take over Gotham City, and I'm going to put away as many criminals as I can. Or Bruce Wayne, I'm going to put on these fancy suits. I'm going to have as much girls as I want on my arm. I'm going to swim in as much money as you guys can see me with. Who is he really? Who was he really? That was the question I really asked myself. Okay, I am the beef says he is not a superhero but pretends. I think he is bipolar. Really? Okay. Said dual personality disorder. Is that still for Hawkeye? Okay. No, Hawkeye definitely was an interesting character. It's just I didn't really know too much about him. But Avengers was definitely my series, my movie series. I used to love that. What other character do you guys think? Let's go a little bit into Spider-Man. I know I spoke about him briefly. Do you guys think Peter Parker was the real version? Or do you guys think Spider-Man was the real version? I think Peter Parker, I think he wanted to be Peter Parker, but I feel like he just felt the urge to always jump into the Spider-Man suit. He wanted to be Peter. He wanted to be with Mary Jane. He wanted to live his life. He wanted to actually do good things in the world. But I feel like him as Spider-Man, he just felt obligated to always jump back to that suit. I honestly think Peter Parker didn't want to be Spider-Man. I just felt like because of circumstances, maybe similar to Batman, but I feel like Batman became more obsessed. Batman just became like, I'm gonna do this. I'm not getting married. I don't care about nothing. I just care about stopping crime. That was what Batman was doing. Whereas Spider-Man, he was young enough to be like, you know what? Yeah, this sucks. I like stopping the crime and doing things to make things better around the city, but I really want to be Peter Parker. And that was the thing about these superheroes that I tried to really analyze. So guys, leave it in the comments. What other superheroes do you guys feel needed mental health therapy? So this is the video I'm going to leave here. I want you guys to leave the comments. Thank you for anyone that joined this video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Peace.